Will we put out an opinion poll?
We're in Santa Cruz. We are here to meet the Aam Aadmi Party CM candidate Amit Palekar. He is a new entrant in Aam Aadmi Party and he's also a new entrant in politics. It's just been 4 months since he's joined the Aam Aadmi Party. He's fighting from Santa Cruz. He's a famous, Meghnad's doing some tricks behind.
तो ऑफिस है बेसिकली, ये अमित पालेकर का पोस्टर है और आम आदमी पार्टी का दफ्तर का वो बैनर है, लेकिन वो ढका हुआ है। हमारे समझ में नहीं आया कि ये ढका हुआ क्यों है। हम बात करेंगे तो देखेंगे, जानेंगे कि भाई क्यों हुआ है। मेघनाद और हम लोग बातचीत में इसको निकालने की कोशिश करेंगे कि ढका क्यों।
So this is the second time that AAP is contesting elections in Goa and there's a lot of buzz around AAP. Chiefly, the buzz is that AAP is going to be the kingmaker. That it will not win, but there will be a single largest party and AAP will decide who to align with. So I think my first question to you is, what are the alignments looking like for you post elections?
So I think what you're talking about, the buzz.
It's mainly op-eds and journalists.
I
chattering.
I understand, but this time people are not talking to anybody else other than within their families. When we go to people, we understand that they know us, they get to talk to us. There is so much of underlying sentiments that are there within Goans that they want to vote for some alternative. Now, about 6 months back, we had to ask this question to me. Probably they would not have chosen AAP as an alternative because at that point of time we were not sure about the candidates, about the people. But AAP had got connected to every individual in Goa from the time of 2017 till to now, till this 5 years journey. People, they started talking to people, knowing their problems. And during pandemic, AAP was the only party which reached out to people, may it be with rations or oxygen concentrators or even oximeters for that matter. Because there was so much of dearth of these commodities in the market that even oximeters were sold at 3,500 rupees each. Things which was costing 500, 800,000 rupees. And people were jobless. At that point of time, the only political party, and mind you, I was not part of the party at that point of time. I joined up 4 months back. But I had seen the work that they have been doing. So I think it has been an amazing journey for AAP in the last 5 years. People are going to reward them with that because they have seen that Aam Aadmi Party is a party which is talking about progress. Aam Aadmi Party is a party which is talking about non-corruption. Okay. So many things are there. So, if I think there is no survey that can reach out to heart of Goans today.
Okay.
I think Goans are going to vote with a perfect combination of their heart and their brains.
But okay.
For the first time since the time probably I had understanding of politics.
But
this time's election is completely different.
If you were to be in a position as a kingmaker,
yes,
your party is open to supporting whichever government.
I think
whichever party
we are going
largest.
head on with one line probably is that let's defeat corruption of this government. I think the worst thing that Goa has ever seen is the corruption which has reached its peak during this last 10 years. So I think people are angry. People are angry because of the fact that they have lost their livelihood. People have lost their loved ones. People have lost everything that they have been seeing as a Goan or as the Goa that was there 20 years back. I mean, I can't relate to current Goa.
You're talking mainly about the second wave when you talk about.
No, it's not about that.
Waves.
It's not about that. I'm talking about everything that is centered around Goans. How much of Goa has left Goa? How many people have become jobless? Why do Goans choose to have the Portuguese passport and travel to London? Do you think they don't want to work here? They don't love Goa. They love Goa. You go there and they're so happy that, oh, you come from Goa. Let me come take you out for dinner. They love. Goans are very attached to their land, but there are no opportunities. In last 10 years, what have you created for Goa? Goan youth, food-wise, jobs-wise. Only thing that you've given to Goa is corruption, and more to come.
That is pertaining to the current party. So no alliance with BJP, but Congress you may think.
See, what happens is I'll tell you, it's very premature right now to come to any conclusion at this point of time. 39 seats we are contesting. One we have supported an independent candidate. there is lots to happen in next 2 weeks, 3 weeks time. Candidatures are going to be finalized today, and tomorrow the picture will be very clear as to who is contesting and who is not contesting. Equations will change tomorrow. So things as it is the way it is right now, I think we could form the government.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
मेरा एक सवाल है अमिताभ से।
हाँ।
आपने करप्शन की बात कही। असल में करप्शन जब हम बात करें तो बहुत क्लीशे टाइप वर्ड हो जाता है। थोड़ा सा स्पेसिफिक अगर आप बताएं कि करप्शन कहाँ पर है, किस तरह के करप्शन की बात कर रहे हैं, किस किस सेक्टर में करप्शन की बात है, और आपका रोड मैप क्या है उस करप्शन से निपटने का।
मैंने जिस दिन मुझे सीएम कैंडिडेट डिक्लेयर करा गया, मुझे एक क्वेश्चन पूछा गया कि कितना वक्त लग सकता है, 6 महीने, 1 साल, 2 साल करप्शन हटाने के लिए। मैंने कहा 24 घंटे काफ़ी होते हैं। उस 24 घंटे में एक एग्जाम्पल सेट करो, उस 24 घंटे में एक को अंदर करा दो या एक को सस्पेंड करा दो कि ये आपने करा है, हम ये टॉलरेट नहीं करेंगे। देखिए क्या फर्क पड़ता है। करप्शन की आपने 2 क्वेश्चन पूछे मेरे। एक पार्ट था ये कि करप्शन के आपका रोड मैप क्या है। मैं कहता हूँ 24 घंटे में हटा सकते हैं, बंद करा सकते हैं, शुरुआत तो कर सकते हैं। दूसरी बात आप बोलते हैं कहाँ करते हैं, कहाँ किस चीज़ में करते हैं। आपको पता होगा कि क्रेडाई जो रियल एस्टेट की बॉडी है, उन्होंने ऑन रिकॉर्ड बोला है कि 8% ऑफ देयर कॉस्ट ऑफ देयर कंस्ट्रक्शन कॉस्ट इज करप्शन इन गोवा। एज अ लॉयर मेरा हर वक्त हर दिन किसी ना किसी चीज़ से, किसी ना किसी यूटिलिटी से, फैसिलिटी से कुछ ना कुछ कनेक्शंस आता है। सिंपल बात है, यहाँ आप एक कुछ खरीदने जाओ, चाहे वो म्यूटेशन जिसे बोलते हैं, आपका नाम चेंज, चाहे वो लाइसेंस हो, छोटा सा आपका घर का अब ट्रांसफ़र कराना इधर से उधर, पंचायत में करप्शन है, गवर्नमेंट में करप्शन है, म्यूटेशन, ये मतलब कोई भी चीज़ अगर बिना पैसे के आप कर पाए गोवा में ना, तो मैं आपका फोटो फ्रेम कर दूंगा और रोज आपकी आरती करूंगा कि आप अकेले वो गोवन होंगे।
एंडेमिक प्रॉब्लम है, फिर 24 आवर्स में कैसे खत्म होगा?
बिल्कुल हो सकता है, क्यों नहीं हो सकता है। पहले दिन से बोलो कि अभी ये टॉलरेट की बात नहीं है, अभी से ये माना जाएगा कि आप ये करते हो तो
थोड़ा सा एक चीज मुझे मैं रोकना चाह रहा हूँ आपको, ये थोड़ा सा जुमलेबाजी ज्यादा हो जाती है, क्योंकि आप जब डेमोक्रेटिक उसमें रहते हैं तो आप लीगल प्रोसेस की बात करते हैं, उसके जरिए आप कोशिश करते हैं कि भाई हम जांच बिठाएंगे, ये करेंगे, 3 महीने के अंदर कमेटी लाके और फिर करेंगे 24 घंटा। ये समथिंग लाइक फिल्मी नायक जैसे फिल्म
बिल्कुल नहीं, क्यों नहीं बन सकता नायक, क्यों नहीं बन सकता नायक। अगर नायक उस फिल्म में नायक बन सकता है, जो कुछ आपने देखा वो भाई आपको मैं बोलता हूँ वो सच है,
पर रियलिटी
सच बिल्कुल हो सकता है। आप अपनी टीम ऐसे बिठाओ। मैंने कहा था कुछ साल पहले जब पर्रिकर की पहली बारी सरकार आई थी, हिम्मत नहीं थी किसी की, हिम्मत नहीं थी तभी। उस वक्त का और इस वक्त का बीजेपी में फर्क है, वही तो फर्क मैं बता रहा हूँ। मैं नहीं कहता कि उस टाइम पे नहीं कर पाए थे, हम करते हैं, हमने भी बहुत कुछ करा
जी।
कोई बोलता था गवर्नमेंट सराउंड को कि मैं आपकी कंप्लेंट कर दूंगा, आज क्या है कि वो बोलता है कर लो, क्या जाएगा, मैं तो मिनिस्टर को फोन कर लूंगा, मैंने पैसे देके तो जॉब खरीदी है।
एक और चीज थोड़ा सा हम लोग इससे बढ़ते हैं क्योंकि बहुत सारे सवाल हमारे पास हैं। आपके करियर चॉइसेस के बारे में बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है। जैसे आपने बतौर वकील लंबा काम किया है, 22 साल 23 साल आप वकील रहे हैं, प्रैक्टिस किया हाई कोर्ट में, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में भी रही है। इसके अलावा आप एक्टिविस्ट भी रहे हैं, आपने सेकेंड वेव के दौरान काम किया, मेरे ख्याल से आपने माइनिंग के भी ऊपर काम किया है, फास्ट
4 days का
इसके
फास्ट
अलावा इसके अलावा अब आप बतौर पॉलिटिशियन ट्राई करने जा रहे हैं, आप बतौर पत्रकार भी काम कर चुके हैं। तो मुझे एक बड़ी स्वाभाविक सी क्यूरियोसिटी, मेरे ख्याल से बाकी गोवा के लोगों के अंदर भी होगी, कि एक आदमी अपनी लाइफ टाइम में 2-3 एडवेंचर करता है करियर से रिलेटेड, तो आपका मैं 5वां तो मैं देख पा रहा हूँ, गिन पा रहा हूँ, शायद इससे अलग भी कुछ और हो। ये जो करियर एडवेंचरिज्म है या शिफ्ट आपका है, इट इज एक्सेप्शनल। तो वो उसको थोड़ा सा अगर हमें समझा पाए और बता पाए लोगों को कि भाई आपको अलग अलग चीजों में इतना मजा आता है, आप इंजॉय करते हैं, क्यों?
आपको एक और चीज भी बताता हूँ, माय वाइफ इज इनटू रेस्टोरेंट्स।
ओके, तो
वी हैव 4-5 रेस्टोरेंट्स आल्सो।
Okay.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। और जब वक्त मिलता है, जब स्ट्रेस हो जाते हैं कि आज बहुत सारे केसेस कर ले, तो हम जाते हैं वहाँ पे रेस्टोरेंट में। मैं वहाँ पे एक कैराओके भी करता हूँ।
अरे वाह,
मैंने जब
तो बहुत आखिरी में हम लोग थोड़ा सा सुनेंगे आपसे।
मैं आपको एक चीज बताता हूँ। एक बहुत भीड़ थी हमारे रेस्टोरेंट में, स्टाफ वर टायर्ड, 30th की नाइट थी, तो मैंने प्लेटें उठाई, अंदर लेके गया, मैं चम्मच वापस लाने, तो धोए तो वापस तो लाने पड़ेंगे, साफ भी करने लगा, तो मेरा पार्टनर भाग गया, भाई ये क्या कर रहे हो आप वकील हो? मैंने कहा यहाँ पे मैं मेरे वाइफ का हेल्प कर रहा हूँ जो आपकी पार्टनर है होटल में। तो भाई देखिए, मैं एक चीज़ जानता हूँ, लाइफ में आपको 24 घंटे दिए हुए हैं, आपको पता होना चाहिए उसको मैनेज कैसे कर ले, फैमिली के बीच में, बिजनेसेस के बीच में, अपने हॉबीज़ के बीच में और अपने करियर के बीच में। और पॉलिटिक्स को तो मैं बिल्कुल करियर मानता ही नहीं हूँ, पॉलिटिक्स से जन सेवा है, Politics is a venting. What would say? I won't get the correct word for it, but एक ऐसा जरिया है कि आपको जो आपको मिला है लोगों से, उसे आपको उनको वापस देना है। और जैसे
करियर चॉइस पे,
हाँ, 2007 से तो मैं रोटरी क्लब में हूँ। 2007 से हम बहुत कुछ करा, हमने बहुत सारा काम करा है गोवा में। पेंडेमिक की बात नहीं है, हमने, आपको पता नहीं होगा, हमने गोवा में एक 60 साल हुए हैं उन्होंने लाइट नहीं देखी थी, हमने हमारे क्लब के थ्रू वहाँ पे सोलर करी। जो सरकार जो कर नहीं सकती वो एक एनजीओ कर सकता है, तो अगर मैं सरकार में हूँ तो क्या कुछ नहीं कर सकता।
असल में मेरा ये सवाल पूछने का एक मकसद भी था।
पूछे ना।
क्योंकि गोवा जो है ना बहुत पॉलिटिकल एडवेंचरिज्म का स्टेट बन गया है। जैसे एडीआर की ताज़ा रिपोर्ट आपने भी देखी होगी, हम सब ने देखी है। 60% से ज़्यादा एमएलए सिटिंग एमएलएज डिफ्लेक्ट कर गए इस पार्टी से उस पार्टी। मतलब अभी आज कल आखिरी दिन था नॉमिनेशन का, और सारे आखिरी दिन तक इस पार्टी से उस पार्टी, उस पार्टी से। आप ही की नहीं, आपकी पार्टी से तो नहीं, टीएमसी से लास्ट सबसे हुआ, जो सबसे रिसेंट उनके जनरल सेक्रेटरी ने वो किया। तो इसलिए मैं पूछना चाह रहा था कि चुनाव के पहले एक स्थिति होती है, चुनाव के बाद की परिस्थितियों में वो एडवेंचरिज्म ऐसा भी हो सकता है क्या कि आप भी अपनी नाव बदल सकते हैं?
आपसे बीजेपी से कांग्रेस,
कुछ और कहीं
कांग्रेस से इंडिपेंडेंट।
हम रिश्ते बनाना जानते हैं, हम रिश्ते निभाना जानते हैं। हमने सिर्फ आपसे रिश्ता नहीं जोड़ा है, हमने आम आदमी पार्टी की तरफ जरिए से हमने लोगों से रिश्ते जोड़े। और अगर मैं ये कहता हूँ ना, एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉज जो हमारे हैं उनको स्ट्रिक्ट बनाना चाहिए। I will be propagating that part, and I think our party itself is propagating that thing, that जो defections है वो बंद होने चाहिए। अगर आपको लगता है कि आप हमेशा रीजंस क्या देते हैं, रीज़न यही होता है कि चलो हम अपनी असेंबली को अच्छा बनाना चाहते हैं, कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी को अच्छा बनाना चाहते हैं, बहुत कुछ काम करना है इसलिए आगे बढ़ाएंगे, हम इसीलिए दूसरी पार्टी ज्वाइन करेंगे। भाई आप वापस जाइए ना, लोगों से पूछिए आपको मैंडेट किसने दिए। आपको मैंडेट दिया आपके इलेक्टोरेट ने। अपनी इलेक्टोरेट से वापस पूछा, कैसे पूछोगे आप तब पूछ पाओगे जब वापस आप इलेक्शन लड़ोगे। एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉज शुड बी सो स्ट्रॉन्ग कि वो जंपिंग करे तो इमीडिएटली इट शुड बी डिस्क्वालीफाइड। वो बात अब अलग छोड़ी है, मैं कह रहा हूँ कि मैं अभी बात करता हूँ अपनी। मैं करता हूँ अपनी बात। आज जब लोगों ने विश्वास करा है, आज मैं इस सेंटा क्रूज एरिया में आपको मैं अभी 3-4 महीने में मैं इलेक्शन इसमें आ गया, फ्रेम में आ गया। इन 3-4 महीने मैंने इतने रिश्ते बनाए। अभी वो रिश्तों को वोट देंगे, वो वोट देंगे अमित पालेकर को, आम आदमी पार्टी को, ये जुड़े हुए रिश्ते को वोट देंगे। वो रिश्ता can you it's like being dishonest to your girlfriend or to your wife or your mother or child when you leave a party.
Everyone is dishonest in Goa.
No,
it's a very easy.
That's saddest
with their
saddest part.
and their wife and their
exactly.
Most of the people are cheating here.
So you are saying you are not going to do it, so we'll hold
one thing I'll tell you, it's very unfortunate that as a Goan, when you said that, it pains me. We are an encyclopedia of defections. We are an encyclopedia for defection for the rest of the country. We can take coaching classes for them. And it's very unfortunate for every Goan that he has to hear this out. It pains me.
आपसे हम ये assurance पा सकते हैं कि you will not.
भाई मुझे assurance करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, गारंटी है। गारंटी है, आप नोट कर लेना, यहाँ पे फ्रेम में भी लगा देना। जिस दिन ये बंदा यहाँ से वहाँ पलती मारेगा,
हम फ्रेम में ही लगाएंगे, हमारे पास रिकॉर्ड रहेगा।
बिल्कुल रहेगा सर, बिल्कुल रहेगा। हम जबान के बहुत पक्के हैं।
गोवा से थोड़ा दिल्ली चलते हैं। बिल्कुल। Now the way Arvind Kejriwal's image is that he wants to be the super boss, the super CM. And he will want to have a big stake in decisions made in Goa, if at all AAP comes to power here, or in Punjab or wherever he's contesting. So he wants to be the super CM, and whoever is going to be here is going to be a subordinate. And decisions of Goa will essentially be taken in Delhi. Now this is a fear also many Goans may have कि ये बाहर की पार्टी, दिल्ली की पार्टी आ रही है. How is your relationship with Arvind Kejriwal? Is it of equals, or is it of boss and a subordinate?
I will make an invite to you that you must join आम आदमी पार्टी, क्योंकि आपके जो notions हैं, I'm telling you, your notions are very wrong.
Okay.
I joined this party in October.
will not agree, but please go ahead.
I'm telling you.
Prashant Bhushan and Yogendra Yadav.
It's their choice. It's just please understand. See, in a democracy, you must know to speak and you must know to hear also.
Okay.
If you think you should be heard, you must hear. Here, when I went to join, I was given patient hearing of 1 hour. And I told him what's wrong, what's right, I feel about it. He heard about it. From 3 years, you see my journey from October to January. You think it's a boss's decision to make somebody who is just joined as a supervisor, as the CM face,
candidate.
the CEO of his party in Goa. I think it's a worse notion than anybody can have about Mr. Kejriwal. One of the most democratic party I've seen. 30 years I've been associated with different parties because of a lawyer or because my mom has been part of BJP for the last 25 years. But I haven't seen more democratic party than Aam Aadmi Party. Even decision to make me as a CM face wasn't taken overnight. It was discussed with the entire cadre, entire people who are part of Aam Aadmi Party for so many years, all the candidates, and then it was decided that yes, he should be the face. So I think it is one among equal kind of a status.
Okay.
I know. I mean, it cannot be that somebody is a superpower, somebody is I don't know what they call in here Goa BJP, Goa Congress. All these people have to go to Delhi to decide who the candidates are. Here the decisions were taken here in
तो आप ये
Goa.
कह रहे हैं कि आपने 39 कैंडिडेट का डिसीजन निर्णय आपने लिया है?
मैंने नहीं लिया है,
अच्छा।
पूरी पार्टी ने लिया है। यहाँ सबने साथ में बैठ के लिया है। मैं नहीं होता कोई भी।
आपने
निर्णय
इक्वल की बात कही, बहुत
हाँ।
अच्छा शब्द है वो, मतलब डेमोक्रेसी में ऐसी उम्मीद की जाती है कि होना चाहिए। एक छोटा सा, मतलब थोड़ा मेरे दिमाग में मजाकिया सा सवाल आ रहा है कि गोवा और दिल्ली की अगर स्थिति को देखें तो दिल्ली के बारे में ये कहा जाता है कि म्यूनिसिपैलिटी से थोड़ा सा ऊपर का स्टेट है, फुल राइट नहीं है स्टेट का। गोवा फुल फ्लेजेड स्टेट है। तो अगर सपोज यहाँ पर आम आदमी पार्टी सरकार बनाती है, हम मान के चलें अगर कोई ऐसी स्थिति आएगी, तो आप और आपके जो बॉस, मैं कहूँ आप कह रहे हैं वन अमंग इक्वल हैं, तो आपके जो समकक्ष हैं अरविंद केजरीवाल, वो आधे मुख्यमंत्री रह जाएंगे, आप पूरे मुख्यमंत्री रह जाएंगे। तो इसको कैसे आप एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं कि मतलब आप ज्यादा पावरफुल होंगे उस स्थिति में?
हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में आधा और कंप्लीट मुख्यमंत्री ऐसा कोई भी शब्द नहीं है
जी।
मुख्यमंत्री होता है, मुख्यमंत्री होता है। वो दिल्ली के रहेंगे, हम गोवा के रहेंगे, दोनों का दिल अच्छा है, दिल्ली के दिल वालों का और गोवा का। ये इसीलिए तो दिल्ली को दिल्ली कहा जाता है और गोवा को गोवा कहा जाता है। बस प्यार मोहब्बत है, बस और कुछ नहीं है।
So you said your mother was associated
Yes.
with the BJP. I just have a question, like as a Goan, which party did you support before becoming?
I have never supported a party
I mean, you would
as a
have voted,
lawyer.
no? But you would have voted for
Vote is a secret ballot. But to be honest with you, yes. One elections we supported a candidate who contested from here on Congress party.
Okay.
Now, he had performed well in his constituency when it comes to development. We expected that to happen. But the day he won, halfway through, I still remember I was on the same vehicle as he was. He said, I will just go back to my neighboring constituency. My wife has won. Taliga, I'll just wish her and come back. And after that, we didn't see him. But there were a lot of expectation. Now he is contesting from Panjim. But the fact is, none of the person who got elected from here ever looked back upon the constituency.
Okay.
And that's why when you see the constituency, it's a suburb of Panjim. It's part of Panjim. But you don't see the development that you can see right in Panjim here. And that's something I think is a reason why probably I thought that yes, this time I should take a plunge.
What is your opinion of lack of women's representation in Goan politics? Because
I think
50% of your voters are women.
See,
they're very empowered.
I think, now when it comes to my political career, my political decision was completely dependent on my discussion with my wife. I think no women should feel weak about getting into politics. We have now 3 women who are contesting.
That's quite less.
3 strong women.
But
But
they
that's not
represent.
enough at all.
No, but then see, there are very less women who come forward to get into politics.
It's around
Because
70%.
it's like lawyers' world. It's like lawyers' world also. You see, it's full of men. There are very less representation. I don't understand why women don't come forward
Because
as
it's
much
hard
as
for
they
them
should.
in the
Why do you think
men
so?
make it harder for them to
No,
enter.
I don't think so. Men can never make women's life harder. I think women can make men's life harder and better. And I strongly believe that if you have
As a
strong
woman, I
women in life.
disagree.
I'm believe me,
I
I'm
mean,
telling you, I have 3
workplaces
women in my
also-
life. My mother, my daughter, my wife.
Sure, but
My life
workplace
becomes
is
very
different.
beautiful with them.
Workplace is
I mean,
different.
I'm honest. Let's take it this way. Let's forget about politics. A good woman in your life can make you or destroy you.
पर टिकट नहीं देंगे।
क्यों नहीं देंगे? आनी चाहिए, जरूरी है।
Maybe
हम बनाएंगे
she's
जैसे
chilling
वक्त
being a
बीतता है।
woman and she's
See,
not out to destroy or make anyone.
No, in the sense, what I mean to say is that I put it this way, that a hug from a daughter can heal days' pain.
Okay, but you're talking about really like emotional.
No, it's
I'm talking about
why can't politicians be emotional? Why can't politicians be
No, but
sympathetic?
I'm talking about a real
The problem
world
is,
issue.
you know, here we talk about politicians sacrifice. अरे मैंने वाइफ को छोड़ दिया, मैंने बेटी को छोड़ दिया, मैंने घरदार छोड़ दिया. भाई घर पहले देखो. They are your
आपका
family.
इशारा प्रधानमंत्री जी की ओर।
मैंने हर एक पॉलिटिशियन से बिल्कुल है, बिल्कुल करूंगा उनके साथ. भाई क्या sacrifice? She gave her life to you. You give away her life and say this is my country, so I'm going to sacrifice her. No, I'm sorry. Look back upon
Well,
that.
Buddha also did that. He left his wife in search of.
I don't believe in leaving my wife or any woman
Not
who
that I'm
supported
comparing
me.
Buddha
Comparing
and
Buddha and Modi.
Sorry, but you know, I mean, that's,
You may get into controversy.
no, but I think that's his personal life. I think a lot of people talk about that, but fine, like he doesn't.
No,
wanna live his
I
life,
strongly
he doesn't
believe. I strongly believe the day every politician of India becomes sympathetic, empathy is built in them. India will change. The problem is we don't care. We are selfish. We are looking at winnability. We are looking at acquiring another state. We are looking at getting somewhere. You know, the day that stops, no? Day you look back upon your dog also. I think you can be a better politician.
अमित आप जो बात कर रहे हैं फिलोसॉफिकली बहुत अच्छी
Didn't
है।
answer my
मैं
question.
करता हूँ,
You didn't
मैं
answer
करूँगा।
my question.
नहीं, पॉलिसी डिसीजन पॉलिसी वाइज होना चाहिए, कॉन्क्रीट वाइज कि भाई हम जैसे मैं कहता हूँ कांग्रेस पार्टी ने डिसाइड किया यूपी में कि हम 40% महिलाओं को टिकट
हाँ।
देंगे।
किसने रोका 30% का रिजर्वेशन किसने रोका?
Does Aam Aadmi
नहीं,
Party
अभी ये तो
go
आरोप
to
प्रत्यारोप हो गया ना।
reservations?
नहीं, मैं वही कह रहा हूँ ना, मैं यही कहता हूँ कि वुमेन को इक्वल रिप्रेजेंटेशन मिलना चाहिए और वुमेन शुड कम फॉरवर्ड एक्टिवली. आप देखिए ना कितने सारे स्ट्रॉन्ग वुमेन, आप बात करो, प्रियंका की भी बात करो, यू नो शी इज अ स्ट्रॉन्ग वुमेन. Why can't there be more stronger women who come forward and say yes, I'm going to head way?
चलिए हम लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं थोड़ा सा। एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दा है। गोवा शुरू से एक ऐसा स्टेट रहा है जहाँ पर बीफ जैसी चीजों का की कॉमन एक्सेप्टेंस रही है, सोसाइटी के अंदर लोग कंज्यूम करते हैं। कुछ दिन पहले खबरें आई कि भाई यहाँ पर शॉर्टेज है या यहाँ अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं है, क्योंकि वो बीफ की सप्लाई कर्नाटक से होती थी। कर्नाटक में सरकार ने बैन कर दिया काउ स्लॉटर के ऊपर, बीफ की सप्लाई बंद हो गई। तो एक पार्टी है आपके अपोजिशन में जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी, जो यहाँ पर भी रूलिंग पार्टी है, बाकी अदर देश के भी पार्ट में है रूलिंग पार्टी, उसकी एक ओपन पॉलिसी है, क्लियर पॉलिसी है कि नो बीफ। आपकी अपनी पॉलिसी क्या है? क्योंकि यहाँ पर गोवा की सोसाइटी में बीफ की एक्सेप्टेंस है, कंजम्पशन है, तो आपने कोई उसके लिए सोचा है क्या पॉलिसी होगी कि कैसे?
गोवा में खुद का मीट कॉम्प्लेक्स है, गोवा गवर्नमेंट
तो कोई शॉर्टेज बीफ की नहीं है गोवा में?
तो इशू किस लिए आया है मुझे पता नहीं है। कर्नाटका में बैन करा था इसलिए, तो देयर शुड बी वेज एंड मींस टू गेट इट हियर. सी गोवंस आर वेरी कम्युनली यूनाइटेड. किसी के घर में भी जाके कुछ भी खा लेंगे, कोई रिलीजियस बेसिस नहीं है इसके लिए, और मुझे लगता है इसके लिए होनी भी नहीं चाहिए. मैं भी गौ माता का सम्मान करता हूँ, बट कोई खाता है तो उसका भी सम्मान करता हूँ. उसकी फिलॉसफी है, उसका फेथ है, वो बिलीव करता है कुछ खाने में. आप बोलते मैं तो नॉन वेजिटेरियन हूँ, आप वेजिटेरियन बोले अरे ये तो नॉन वेजिटेरियन है, वो मेरा चॉइस है खाने का. इससे मैं बुरा हूँ अच्छा हूँ इसमें क्यों फर्क पड़ना चाहिए?
तो आगे अगर इसकी सप्लाई में कोई प्रॉब्लम आती है तो आप
बिल्कुल सॉर्ट करना चाहिए एज गवर्नमेंट. ऑफ कोर्स वी हैव टू कंसीडर दैट कैथलिक पॉपुलेशन इज देयर. गोवा में तो रिलीजियस बेसिस पे खाना आने का कोई सोचता नहीं है भाई मेरे भाई.
नहीं मतलब हमारे सामने ये
हमारे एक टेबल पे नॉनवेज जाएगा, उसी टेबल पे वेज वाला भी बैठ के खाएगा, कोई इशू नहीं होता. अभी भी खा के उठ चुके हैं वेज वाले साथ में, क्या फर्क पड़ेगा उससे?
सवाल हम पूछे, मतलब इंटरेस्टिंग सवाल है. जैसे नॉर्थ से जब हम लोग आते हैं ना, तो नॉर्थ की पॉलिटिक्स जो है बहुत डीपली कास्ट में इंटरेस्टेड है, कास्ट की बहुत सारी बातें होती हैं. आपको लेकर भी एक बड़ा परसेप्शन, ये मैसेजिंग है कि आपके चुनाव के पीछे, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ, आपकी अपनी योग्यता, आपकी अपनी जो भी रही है वो आपको आपने साबित किया है कि भाई आप दावेदार है. इसके बावजूद गोवा में एक बड़ी पॉपुलेशन है जिसके बारे में कहा था भंडारी कम्युनिटी पार्टी, जो समुदाय से आप भी आते हैं.
60%
बहुत बड़ी
of the
population है.
OBC.
है ना?
which is-
इसी वजह से आपको ये मौका दिया है आम आदमी पार्टी ने कि वो एक कोर वोट बैंक बनाना चाहती है और आपकी जो जाति है, जो समुदाय है, उसको अपने साथ जोड़ना चाहती है. ये सच बात है.
आप आज पूरे पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम देखें, गोवा की पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज देखें, सब में कुछ ना कुछ रिप्रेजेंटेशन है. लेकिन आज तक 60 साल में किसी ने नहीं सोचा कि इस कम्युनिटी से, या जो बहुजन समाज है गोवा का, मैक्सिमम 70% ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ गोवा कम्स इनटू दिस कैटेगरीज. उसका रिप्रेजेंटेशन कहीं ना कहीं असेंबली में जाए, उनके मुद्दे लेके कोई असेंबली में जाए और उनको मुद्दों को सही समझ के कुछ ऐसे कायदे कानून लाए या ऐसा कुछ फैसिलिटीज़ प्रोवाइड करें जिससे उनका सबका भला हो चुका है और उससे पूरा गोवा का भला हो चुका है। ऐसा किसी ने नहीं सोचा आज तक। आम आदमी पार्टी ने सिर्फ एक मौका दिया है ओबीसी समाज से, जो बहुजन समाज है यहाँ का, उनको मौका दिया है कि उनका रिप्रेजेंटेशन, उनकी आवाज़ कहीं ना कहीं एक उभर के अंदर पहुँचे। उनके प्रॉब्लम्स अभी क्योंकि हम वहीं से हम जानते हैं, लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि मैं नहीं जानता कि कैथलिक के साथ कैसे क्या उनके प्रॉब्लम है या मुस्लिम समुदाय के यहाँ का क्या प्रॉब्लम। सबके प्रॉब्लम्स यहाँ पे इश्यूज बहुत सारे हैं। अभी वो इश्यूज लेके जाने हैं। अभी ये सब कास्ट ये सब भूल जाना चाहिए, हमें बिल्कुल भूल जाना चाहिए। हाँ, कोइंसिडेंटली आई बिलोंग टू द कास्ट एंड मैं यहाँ तक आ गया हूँ, बट मुझे नहीं लगता किसी ने क्वेश्चन करा है। आज ये पूरे कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में, मेरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में मानी जाए तो अबाउट 1/4 ही होगा जो भंडारी होंगे, बाकी सब तो बिल्कुल अलग अलग समाज से है।
अच्छा।
बट सब जुड़े हुए हैं ना, सबको लगता है कि ये सही है,
तो आपको लगता
ये सही
है कि ये
है,
मुद्दा
सही
है।
बंदा है।
आपको लगता है कि 60 सालों में इस कम्युनिटी के साथ जो कुछ हुआ वो ठीक नहीं था, इसको
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल कहीं ना कहीं रिप्रेजेंटेशन मिलना चाहिए था, उचित नहीं मिला था, आज मिल गया है। और इसका आप देखिए पूरे गोवा में कहीं ना कहीं वेलकम डिसीजन ही हो रहा है, मतलब इट इज़ बीइंग वेलकम अक्रॉस गोवा। बट इसका कोई फर्क बाकी जाति के ऊपर नहीं पड़ा कि अरे इनको ऐसे कैसे ये बोल रहे कास्ट ये वो, एक्सेप्ट पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज। नोबडी सेड दैट इट्स कास्ट पॉलिटिक्स और एनीथिंग।
मुख्यमंत्री जी हैं यहाँ पर प्रमोद सावंत जी, उनसे जुड़ा उनका एक बयान आया कि बहुत सारे मंदिरों को तोड़ा, पुर्तगालियों ने उसको बनाने की जरूरत है, रिबिल्ड करने की। तो वो एक साफ साफ इशारा है कि एक कम्युनल जो बंटवारे की लाइन पे पॉलिटिक्स बढ़ रही है गोवा में। इस तरह की पॉलिटिक्स के लिए स्पेस है या लोग इस तरह की पॉलिटिक्स से प्रभावित होते हैं, धर्म की राजनीति, या क्योंकि बाकी देश में ये राजनीति बहुत सक्सेस रही है। अगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी,
मैं एक बात आपको क्लियर कहना चाहूँगा, गोवा जो है वो कम्युनली बहुत सेंसिटिव इन द सेंस बहुत क्लोज नीट है। हम क्रिसमस मनाते हैं, ये देखिए मेरे पास अभी भी क्रिसमस का डेकोरेशन पड़ा हुआ है घर पे, वो तो मतलब एक रह गया। वो मेरे घर में ईद की जो बिरयानी आती है वो किसी मुसलमान के घर में भी नहीं बनती होगी, इतनी आती है। और मेरे घर में गणेश चतुर्थी होती है तो मेरे सब लोग बैठ के हम आरती करते हैं, साथ में खाना खाते हैं। ये गोवा है और इस गोवा को इस ऐसे मुद्दों पे कोई नहीं बांट सकता, ना बटेगा, कभी भी नहीं बटेगा। और ये अगर ये क्यों करना चाहते हैं ये मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है। 60 साल के बाद अचानक इनको याद आ जाता है कि कोई मंदिर टूटा है, कहाँ टूटा है किसको पता नहीं है, बट बताइए तो सही कि कहाँ टूटा है।
आप लोगों को करना है कि भाई बताइए।
देखिए प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि ना, कभी कभी डूबते को तिनके का सहारा चाहिए होता है। ये तिनका ढूंढ रहे हैं क्योंकि डूबने वाले हैं, ये प्रॉब्लम है इनकी और कुछ नहीं है।
बट गोवा में ये बहुत सबका साइड है कि कोई भी पार्टी जीत जाए बीजेपी की सरकार बने,
पैसे लेके खरीदते हैं ना, ऐसा सोचते हैं सोच बदलेंगी। हम तो लोगों को यही कहते हैं कि भाई सोच बदलो देश बदलेगा। वो तो कोई चाय का ऐड था, बट मैंने उसको बहुत अच्छा लगता था मुझे। आई डोंट रिमेम्बर, बाग बकरी का होगा शायद, बट इट इज, बट यू नो इट वाज वेरी नाइस। वो आते हैं आपका हमें वोट चाहिए, बट यू नो इट इज ट्रूथ ऑफ इंडिया। वो चाय तो छोड़ो, चाय ने ही बर्बाद कर दिया सब कुछ। सही में उस टाइम पे लोग इतनी चाय नहीं पीते तो हम वहाँ तक नहीं पहुँचते, कोई ना कोई बहुत चाय पी ली थी, वहाँ पहुँच गए।
तो ये आगे का जो हमारा इंटरव्यू है जारी रहेगा। आगे हम कैंपेन ट्रेल में अमित के साथ रहेंगे, हमारे साथ मेघनाद।
We have some specific questions to ask you on your manifesto.
चलो मैं इनसे बात करके
First question, right outside your house there were some banners of Mr. Kejriwal which were covered. Why?
That's because of the election commission directives that you can't put this kind of banners, and they try to tell you that you have limitations on what you can showcase and what you can't. So we've just put covers on that.
Oh.
But I think the thoughts are not covered. The vision is not covered. That's very open. We know what our vision is. We know what our thoughts are. We know sentiments of the people, and they know our sentiments. We are not going to cover that in any form.
But your boards are not covered. Like they're everywhere. Like I see you like standing like this and with like 4 other candidates.
So I think those now we have taken permissions for putting up those. They have been allowed in those particular locations. So that's the only difference. Why this is covered, that's not covered. And I thought instead of wasting time and money on making boards there at home, might as well spend some time with the electorate, and you can utilize that money to get some small works done, which we are doing.
Right. That's actually a great point to start this money utilization. You have a 13-point plan. I got posters from your volunteers very helpfully. There are 4 of these. I don't understand why there are 4, but maybe we can talk about these later.
After that, we have given 13 guarantees, and there are much more to that.
Right.
But there is so much other things that we can talk about, so much other thing that we have to take it ahead in terms of Goa and Goa's development. So it's not going to be restricted only to those 13. The vision is very huge,
Right.
and the vision is for development of Goa, corruption-free Goa. That's what we are looking at. All the point of time, the focus is on corruption.
I think Manisha and Atul already asked you that about
yes,
question,
yes.
but I want to specifically focus on administration.
Yes.
So I was looking at the Goa budget, right? So it's a 21 lakh crore budget,
No, it's
21,000 crore budget last year, and I saw that you have promised 1,000 rupees a month for women. This is for all adult women.
All adult women, yes.
Is there some sort of calculations you have done to arrive at that figure?
This is, see, entire budgetary provision that would be required to sort these issues would be somewhere in the range of about 500-600 crores to 1,000 crores, and there is enough money in Goa.
Right.
Like 21,000 crore budget, if you look at it, the per capita spend is about lakh of rupees per year, around lakh or more per year. Now, if you consider this part of it, why can't we save this money in terms of infra projects that have been brought to Goa? The amount that has been spent has doubled. I think in Delhi we have seen that we have been able to build in lesser money, in lesser time, we have saved money and given it back to society. So here the same thing what we are doing is we are giving it back. We are giving everything back to the society what they deserve.
Right.
And whilst building a new Goa, whilst building a vibrant Goa, we are also trying to save money by stopping corruption. And I think that's all calculated. It's nothing in thin air.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very interesting you say 1 lakh around, and that was actually my calculation as well, if you just plain divide the budget in. And one of the things that your 13-point plan also says that your party will spend 1 lakh rupees on like everything on per citizen, right?
No, it's the current spending is 1 lakh
Right.
per person.
Right.
But where is that money going? No answers to that. So question is, if there is so much of budgetary provision which can be utilized to give back to the society, I mean, what curtails it? So I think only thing that can be curtailed, what curtailed is the corruption. Indulgence of politicians in corruption is the biggest problem in Goa, and I think that's where it should stop. So as I say, the root cause of all evil in Goa is corruption.
I mean, I feel like corruption, of course we can talk about that more later, but I again have some specific questions about the budget as well and administration in general. You have promised 300 per month, 24 hours electricity, right?
Yes.
Free till 300 units is what you have said.
Yes.
Again, I would like to ask what is the amount that you would spend on that?
See, total budgetary provision for all the things that has been promised doesn't cross more than 1,000 crores or 2,000 crores. If you consider that 300 is 500,
And that's an annual.
it's annual.
Right.
Annual. So where is the issue? I mean, there is so much money, there is so much of resources. The problem is nobody ever thought till today of giving it back to society.
No, I'm not saying, I mean, I'm nobody to say it's an issue or not. I just want to know if you have some, I mean, thoughts behind it, if you have some proper calculations behind it.
Absolutely proper calculation. See, you consider that it's going to be 500 rupees per family. It's about 500-600 rupees per family per month. About 6,000 rupees for the whole year. About 6,000 rupees for electricity. Now, you consider the households that are there. What's wrong in giving that? It's very
And you have
simple
said that-
and we have been able to do it in Delhi.
Right.
It's not a simple formula that it is arrived at. See, per capita spend in Delhi with a 61,000 crore budget is 40,000, whereas it's 1 lakh here. So you imagine you have if we can do it there and yet be with a budget with a government which runs in profit, you have 40,000 less in 21,000 in 17 lakh population. Can you not imagine what can be given back?
I mean, I can already see that the per capita income is higher than
Per
anyone
capita
else.
income is higher, per capita spend of government is also higher, but per capita giving back is 0. So
Zero is a bit much or bit less, I guess.
I'll tell you, there is Griha Aadhar Yojana. Griha Aadhar, women get 1,500 rupees per month. One woman per household. Now, if you consider this part of it, if you consider this aspect of it, that money from September has not reached to the pockets of the women or to their accounts. Government spent crores of rupees on Sarkar Tumcha Dari, which meant that Sarkar is coming to your doorstep. Now, what they did, once in 5 years, they decided to spend 13 crores on an event which tried to show that we are coming to your doorstep. The fact was, nobody reached to doorstep. The real success story would be there when people don't hesitate to go to government office.
Right.
But that's not the fact here. That's not the truth here. That's not the story here.
Okay. Am I keeping you from something right now?
I think we were supposed to go for door to door. So
Right.
let's take a walk and
Let's
see.
take a walk. I
Yes,
have two more
absolutely.
questions for you.
Yes, for sure. In fact, if you look at this entire Chimbel area as in such, nobody has ever looked back upon them. Last 40 years they've been staying in this locality. When it comes to the Santa Cruz constituency, it's a mixture of either highly intellectual educated, or it's a mixture of very poor. It's a complete different extreme kind of people. Now they have money, but their lifestyle hasn't changed, because nobody thought that their lifestyle should change, their social life should change. I mean, what is stopping the government from changing lifestyle of people to uplift them socially? And that's the will that's lacking, and I think that's the change we are looking at. So when we talk about our constituency, our Goa, or things the way it should move, I am looking of a change in lifestyle for him.
Let's talk to him actually. Hi, do you know him?
Yeah, I know.
Please tell me his name.
Amit Palekar.
Yes, he does know you.
And
you please understand that he speaks English. Right here. I mean, what I'm saying is, see, that's Goa. But why can't we change anything around us? You see, just irony of it in front of you. Heaps of garbage. You have open gutters. Why? Why we have intelligent people like him around here? Why we have so many people? It's a mixture of cultures here, and we don't look up on them.
But I want to ask you, in the last 5 years, what has your experience been? आपका कैसा experience था government का ये?
गवर्नमेंट का एक्सपीरियंस था, ठीक था, लेकिन ऐसे कुछ चेंजेस नहीं हुए.
अच्छा. पर आप मैं पूछूंगा नहीं आप किसको वोट करेंगे, क्या इनको तो बिल्कुल नहीं करना है, मुझे नहीं पता करेगा या नहीं करेगा. पर मुझे बताओ कि आपको सरकार की तरफ से क्या मिला है या क्या नहीं मिला है, या आपको क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस है?
एक्सपेक्टेशन तो सब डेवलपमेंट के लिए रखते हैं और फिर कुछ अच्छा ही करने के लिए, लेकिन कुछ तो अभी कुछ मिला नहीं सरकार से इस बार ऐसा कुछ.
चलो, थैंक यू. Move on. Okay, so one of the other promises that you've made is of course pilgrimages.
Yes.
Right. Again, I want to ask you the same question, cost of it, because I was wondering.
It is minuscule considering the fact that you look at that lady. Now she spends her entire life selling that fish. Now, morning, night, noon, she's doing just this. She saves for something for her family, something she spends on her family. Can she afford to take pilgrimage? So give a bit. It's very minuscule. The budgetary provision that would be required for that would be in terms of 0.5, 0.05%, whatever.
Again,
that could be.
No, my
But,
question comes.
Does it not mean a lot for somebody who has never been to the place that they worship, and they are given an opportunity once in a lifetime to go to that place? What does it cost you? A train ticket, a stay, and return ticket.
Should the government be doing it though?
Why not? Why should not the government be doing it? Is a question that I pose to every individual. Why can't we do it? Why can't we why we should be stuck in ideas that you need only food, clothing and shelter. You need to also, we are very religious country. Politicians divide us on religions. So why can't politicians give some benefit on the lines of pilgrimage? So if you want to use our electorate to get votes for divisions, and if you want to stick, if you want to give something back on that lines, then there is opposition, then I think we are hypocrites. Most of our politicians are hypocrites, for sure.
I would argue that it might not be the job of the government because again the Hajj subsidy was, Hajj subsidy was a big issue, right? Like
See.
which was stopped because ultimately it ended up giving subsidy to Air India. So is that something that you would also be end up doing?
It's a direct ticket purchase and sending somebody to other place that they have to go, you know. तुमचा आशीर्वाद असून या तुका हांगा दिता नंबर होता कित्याक So I mean it's very simple.
Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Yeah,
Did you
of
tell
course.
him?
I told him bless me.
Bless
This is
you.
my number.
Right.
Yeah, and I am there with you.
Oh yeah.
The number now when I'm giving that number is on 24/7.
Okay.
So it's a number. It's a very personal number. They can connect to me by WhatsApp, by text message, and call me. So I think nobody has ever done this. No politician has ever shared numbers here.
Like a call center, personal.
Yes. Like no, it's a connect. It's a connect. No. तुमचा आशीर्वाद असतो नाही. तुमच्या आशीर्वादाने देऊ शकता. number. So it's like I have told him. I said, if you ever have a problem, that's my number. You can call me. Ask him if ever any MLA who contested MLA elections. I'm sorry I said MLA. Probably I feel convinced today that I will be one. So has ever shared their numbers. How hard it is. तुम्ही हिंदी काढा ना कोकणी काढा होय रे ताका म्हणले हिंदी
मराठी येतं का? मराठी येतं ना तर मी विचारतो तुम्हाला यांचं म्हणणं आहे की कोणी अजून पॉलिटिशियननी तुम्हाला नंबर नाही दिला पर्सनल नंबर दिला ना त्यांनी दिलाय का कधी
असं कोणी दिलं नाही आम्हाला असं दिलं नाही असं
म्हणजे हे पहिले आहेत ज्यांनी तुम्हाला नंबर
दिलेला आहे आणि पहिला कॅन्डिडेट आलेला आहे आमच्याकडे
पहिला कॅन्डिडेट पण
असं आहे
म्हणजे वी कांट ट्राय काउंट दिस ओके वी कांट काउंट दिस
What I am trying to say आता I'll speak in Marathi only.
हे कचऱ्याची परिस्थिती आहे गेले 10 वर्षांनी हे झालेलं आहे इकडं हे आमचं कचऱ्याचा डब्बा बनवून ठेवलेला आहे 10 वर्षानं ह्याच्यापूर्वी आम्हाला नव्हतं इकडं काय ते काँग्रेसचं एक आमची MLA होती व्हिक्टोरिया फर्नांडिस त्यांनी इकडे सर्व क्लीन करून ठेवलं होतं चांगलं होतं आणि हे 10 वर्षानं इकडं कचरा बिचरा सगळं इकडं कोविडमध्ये संडास पण आलेला आहे आमच्या पुढं असं आहे आम्ही कलेक्टरला जाऊन सांगितलं MLAला पण सांगितलं पण इकडं आमचं काय ऐकलं नाही आणि आम्हाला जबरदस्ती इकडं पंच मेंबरने इकडं बनवून ठेवलेलं आहे असं आहे आमच्या पुढं आणि असं आहे तसं म्हटलं तर मी मंडळ व्हाईस प्रेसिडेंट आहे BJP राजेश खांडेपारकर
तुम्ही बीजेपीचे मंडळ व्हाईस
प्रेसिडेंट आहे पण मी आता असं केलेलं आहे की मी कुणाजवळ जाणार नाही असं आहे मी BJP सोडलेली आहे आणि ओबीसीचा चेअरमॅन आहे मी मंडळ ओबीसी सांताक्रूजचा चेअरमॅन अध्यक्ष आहे मी राजेश खांडेपारकर माझं नाव आहे आता मी आहे कसं आहे की मी कोणाकडे जाणार नाही माझं वोट करणार वोट करणार असं आहे काय हे 10 वर्षांना आमचं परिस्थिती आमची मी टॅक्सी माझी होती टॅक्सी पण चालत नाही हा धंदा पण चालत नाही असं आहे माझी परिस्थिती मी BJPचा व्हाईस प्रेसिडेंट आहे मंडळ व्हाईस प्रेसिडेंट यांची आई आमच्याबरोबर होती
As I told you.
युअर मदर वॉज इन BJP राईट
आमच्याबरोबर होती त्यांच्याबरोबर आम्ही काम करत होतो आणि गेले 25 वर्ष मी BJPला काम करतो असं आम्हाला कोणी काय हे केलं नाही काय दिलं नाही काय हे नाही आम्ही काम करत होतो BJPला काय आम्हाला अभिमान होता की आम्ही एक आमचे BJP आहे
These are the true warriors of BJP. I did not know about it honestly. I just got to know that he is part of it. But you see, this is the truth. See, so what I have spoken to you, what I have told you, is nothing wrong. Is just the truth. And he is a perfect example. ह्याच्यापेक्षा चांगलं उदाहरण तुम्हाला मिळणार नाही. आणि हे आपण असं रँडम आलो आणि रँडम भेट झाली आणि असं झालं. आणि आज
कोणत्या कॅन्डिडेट बरोबर बी जात नाही पहिलं फिरलो आता फिरून बस झालं आता आमची एज पण झाली 50 झालेली आहे आता मी असं म्हटलं की आम्ही एक वोट मारायचं काम करायचं आणि काय नाही.
त्यांच्याशी आशीर्वाद मागितलाय, मला मिळालाय. आहे आशीर्वाद आहे. थँक्यू.
For the audience who did not understand the Marathi, he was showing that heap of garbage right there. He says that for 10 years nothing has happened, it hasn't been picked up, and he's also a BJP vice president of the Mandar of the area, and he worked with his mother who was in the BJP.
I
is
did
what
not
he
know about that, honestly. I just got to know it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you saw what happened, and people who did not understand Marathi, that was the gist of what he said, and he asked him for his Ashirwad. So that's what happened.
And he gave me. And he gave me, understood?
You're very confident, I must say.
I am, because he said, I'm with you, I'm going to be with you. He said that. And it means a lot. That's the general sentiment of every voter today. I don't know how it's going to turn out on 14 or how it's going to come out on 10th as a result. But, you know, I feel blessed. I feel blessed, I feel welcomed, I feel connected to these people. I feel I can see that they feel there's some hope in me, there's some nice feeling. You know, I mean, you see this. I mean, would he want all these things in front of him? Would he want? Agar he is running his place, he sells food there, would he be able to do business with this in front of him?
Would you be able to clean this up?
Of course.
How?
Because it's very simple. Just connect. See, I'll tell you, I've been part of a petition which has been pending, Somato Writ Petition 2/07. From 2007 till now, government has been pushed by the High Court to sort garbage issue in Goa. It's not just this constituency. This is just an icon of the scene in Goa. And
So who is in charge of this? Who is not doing the job then?
government of Goa. See, ultimately you cannot blame panchayats. If if panchayat is going to not work, it's only because there is some leader, somebody up there is doing what they should not do, or they are not doing what they should be doing. So, you know, it's failure of leaders and then it percolates down. So when you have a leader who understands Goa, who takes Goa ahead, I think things change. Things go in right direction. We just need to show the direction. I think that's what is required to be done.
Right. And I saw you show this garbage dump, like many garbage dumps actually in all your videos. Many videos that have been posted on
I
YouTube.
think basic necessity of life is clean environment, electricity, clean drinking water. 2 hours, water comes here for 2 hours, between 5 and 7 or 8. Electricity, we don't know when we lose it. You know, and 1 minute.
Yeah, sure.
So this is the story of Goa. This is the story of all constituency. We lack basic electricity supply, basic water supply, basic road, basic cleanliness, basic sewage system. I mean, why can't a government which boasts about its success stories give this kind of thing?
I have one final question. I mean, I still am not convinced about how you are going to clean this up.
It's very easy. I'll tell you, it's very easy.
Yeah.
Just crack a whip on every authority which is not taking action. There are facilities which have been put up, but they have not been utilized properly. Government's apathy has been the reason why we could not have proper garbage disposal system. There have been offers from private individuals that they will take care of garbage and instead pay government back. But nobody ever looked upon it because the fact that in that case they can't indulge into corruption. I have known people, I have had words with people who said that we will take care of garbage and yet pay government in return for that. So today garbage can be utilized to generate money, to generate so many other things. So why can't we do it? So what is lacking? Because the fact that then the government can't make money on that.
But that would mean a drastic change in, well, the administrative thinking, right?
You should have. Why not? I mean, for any growth, revolution matters. And what is revolution? Drastic changes sometimes. That's how it is.
That I can't dispute that. But okay, one final question I have for you is your policy on mining. Right? Your manifesto promises that if you come to power, if your party comes to power, you would lift the mining ban in 6 months. And also there is one thing I read.
There is no ban right now. Supreme Court has allowed mining. They said re-auction the mines. What is there to re-auction the mines? Or start mining? There is no hindrance. Government sapati is the reason why mining has not started. I have followed up the matters. We have worked on the matters. I'm associated with the matters in some form or the other. I know mining can be restarted in 6 months' time. It's just that there is no willingness. There is no willpower to do it. So I think what's lacking is just that, I'll tell you, for everything and everything, there is either selfish interest where they can't make money. That's why it has not started. Or it's apathy. Just that I have no interest in it because I can't make money. So it's just that I think things should change. I think somewhere somebody has to draw a line. I think the voter is the one who's going to draw a line this time.
Every party is saying that we should lift not a ban, but we should resume mining. Let's put it that way, right? How many estimated jobs do you think are connected with mining right now? The figure that I've read.
Whole of Goa's economy. It's not about number of jobs. Whole of Goa's economy is intertwined with the resumption of mining, because economic conditions when it goes down, it just doesn't affect the mining belt. It affects the entire business community, all traders, in some form or the other. And when it affects every trader in Goa, it affects every individual of Goa. So there cannot be estimate of 5,000, 10,000. According to me, whole of Goa's population gets affected because there is issue about ban on mining, or about generating revenues in some form or the other, whether it be tourism or other parts, other businesses that is there. So it's all interconnected. Whole of Goa's talent leaves Goa because there are no opportunities. Now, how do you create opportunities? You bring in industries. We have failed. Investment Promotion Board has failed to get industries in Goa. What industries have been there or have left Goa? We need to work on bringing in sustainable industries. We need to work on sustainable development as far as Goa's model is concerned. We are blessed with nature. We can't be playing with nature as far as Goa is concerned. So we need to have a holistic plan for getting getting development which connects to people's heart and also to the nature of Goa. Right. You can't be constructing, destroying hills and starting industrial estates. But what we have the potential. Let's utilize them in some form or the other.
Or building mansions.
I mean, that's a path this government has followed for last 10 years. Or you make money and build mansions.
I think it's a good time to end this here. But thank you so much.
By acquiring properties illegally, destroying hills, and being environment minister. I mean, so you are supposed to be savior of environment, and you destroy it. And you destroy it to such a level that now you don't even have an answer on the acquisitions made. Why do you choose to keep quiet? I mean, Goa wants to know.
So that was Amit Palekar, the CM candidate of Aam Aadmi Party, Goa. And Lippy and me noticed something. He took us on the same route that he took Barkha Dutt on. So now we are wondering if his interviews all happen here, where he shows the most worst part of his constituency and talks about that garbage pile, and then, makes his point. But to be perfectly fair to them, their own volunteer came to me and reminded me that this is the same route that Barkha Dutt took from there to there, and we took it as well. So, you can make up your mind about that. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that. This is another election show. सब देख लिया, अब ये भी देखिए.
The subscription model is something that keeps News Laundry afloat, but we need hundreds of thousands of people to completely transform the news ecosystem. So you pay for news, so it serves you. So click on the link with this video, subscribe to News Laundry and pay to keep news free, और गर्व से कहो, मेरे खर्च पर आज़ाद है खबरें.